how I revived my brain after trauma and how you can do it too. I'm going to tell you my experience, how I came from committing a suicide to living a life. And I hope you will learn from it how you can fix your brain like this. As a child, I was sometimes neglected because there were 8 other children. And so I came up with poor coping strategies, such as hiding behind the computer, playing games. And when people would ask me how I feel, I would say, I'm okay, while thinking how should I die? It was going for many years. And then I simply jumped out of window because I thought it would be fast death with no consequences. But unfortunately, I survived, and I thought to myself, maybe I should do something out of my life if I'm alive anyway. And the doctors in the hospital, they told me that if I survived a fall from a 13th floor, maybe I am chosen and I have a mission. So God protects me. So I'm going to talk about the poor strategies that I come up with, and most people do, in order to cope with hard emotions. Instead of solving problems and doing what is hard and necessary, I was hiding behind the computer, playing games like Counter-Strike, Warcraft, and something else. But it didn't solve any problems. It just helped me to get through the day. And later, I started to drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, eat junk food like chips and other damaged brain. The problem, and I damaged it more and more, trying to save it, because this is how people, they have problems, they go to bar, drink something, and hoping to fix a problem, but they create more problems. You don't choose where you are born and when you are born, and you don't choose how to die. And between these two events, you have a little time to do something out of your life. Because think, even if you live 100 years, you will spend most of your time, probably 30 years to sleep, then 10 or 20 years to eat and take care about your body. And if you count longer, then you will figure out that even out of 100 years, there's only probably 10 years you can do something you really enjoy. It's after trauma. I decided to become the world's best kickboxer in the world. And the problem was that, are you even listening? Hello? I was drinking alcohol too much. And after every night of heavy drinking, if I would come up to this ring to fight, my bodies would beat the hell out of me. And it was hard because I knew I should quit. And before a championship, I quit for 6 months. And I felt myself so great. My thinking was so clear and my body felt better, much better. And I thought I shouldn't go and do this harmful practice ever again. And I googled this question, why do people drink alcohol? And I found out a 3-hour lecture on the brain health and how we brainwashed with advertisement, through movies, through series, to drink alcohol when we shouldn't drink it because it's poison. It poisons our mind, our souls, heart, and the brain, because it is addictive substance that we shouldn't use at all. And later in life, I figured out that the same stuff is also cigarettes, sugary food, junk food, ultra-processed food. All this is damage your brain and your body. And you need to realize that your body is not a trash can. You shouldn't put everything inside your body. It doesn't matter. Because you matter. You need healthy and nutritious food, full of nutrients, because your body uses food to rebuild its skin. The skin is built from the food that you eat. And if you eat junk food, ultra-processed food, then you build in yourself health problems. Not today, but they will come in a month, in a year. And this is set. So step 1, quit all substances, or at least eliminate most of them, like alcohol, cigarettes, junk food. It doesn't help you. And start to eat healthy and nutritious food. More fruits, more vegetables, preferably organic ones. Step 2, move your body daily. It's not about looking good, it's about feeling good and being good, because everything, there's a great book, it calls Change Your Brain Every Day. And I recommend to read it. The point is this: everything that damages the blood flow in your body, it damages your brain. Because if the brain doesn't get the blood, then it becomes toxic, it can't think clearly, your memory is not as sharp as it was. And what you need to do is to move every day. You need to walk every day, at least 5 kilometers. You should figure out the best sport that you love. Maybe it is yoga, maybe dance, maybe you should just go to the gym, but do something weekly, like 3-4 times a week, and move every day, because any day you spend on the couch, you damage your brain. And I've noticed it's the same with children. I have 3 children at home, and my girls, they are 7 and 8, and if they watch cartoons too much, they then behave like crazy. But if we walk outside, they play games, then they behaving very good. Step 3, set clear goals and daily plans of action in order to achieve them. Nowadays, lots of people I have a dream, I have a goal, blah, but not so many people have clear daily rituals, daily practices in order to achieve their goals. Because if you're just dreaming about stuff, most likely it will never happen. But if you do something, then it will. And I'm assuring you that it will happen. And you can do anything. You can rebuild your body, rebuild your life, rebuild your mind. You are the architect of your life. There is a painting, it calls your life, and you hold the pen and you paint it. So don't be one of these people blaming other people, blaming the circumstances, the government, and never taking actions. Because you live only once. You don't decide where you are born, when to die, but you decide what to do with your life. And how you spend it, it matters. Have a clear plan and do something every day. This is the most important thing, to take care about your mind. If you don't take care about your mind, your whole life will be damaged. And I know it from my own experience. Step 4, you need to get rid of all the people who doubt you, criticize you with no reason, who are negative. Maybe criticizing is not bad, but if they're negative and constantly doubt you, then you should get rid of them, or at least eliminate the time you spend with them. Because you have to have friends who uplift you, who give you a hand and take you to the next level instead of driving you down. Because there is a story, and I think it's correct. If you put crabs into water and start to cook them, and one of the crabs try to get out, then other crabs hold it and pull it back, because they don't want it to leave. They want the crab to die with them. And I think it's the same with other people. If you're surrounded by alcoholics and you start quitting, they would call you, they would tell you, come drink, what's the problem? You know, they try to put you back. And if you're surrounded by people who constantly in worry, in depression, and you suddenly become one of the happiest, like, you know, the happy guy, they will try to put you back into the depressed state. And so you need to watch who you surround yourself really carefully, because it really influences your life. Scientists even discovered that it's not what you eat, it's not what you drink, but it is who you surround yourself with. If you're surrounded by unhealthy people, you pick up their habits, their beliefs about health, and you become one of the unhealthy. So the scientists telling you, instead of exercising, instead of trying to eat healthy, you should surround yourself with healthy people, and you will start to do these things naturally, because this is a group you will associate yourself with. So think about it. Maybe you should join a healthy club, a gym. Step 5, learn from the past, live in the present, create the future. And this is, I think, the wisest approach to life you can have. Maybe you have better idea, comment below. But I think that past you cannot change, and worrying about the past makes no sense. It is unchangeable. The only thing you can do is to learn from it. You can describe the event, write down the lessons that you experienced, and then you will become wiser and you won't repeat the same mistakes twice. And then, if you live in the present moment, right now, because this is the moment where you live, this is the only moment, and create your future. Instead of worrying about your future, create it. And you're creating it by doing something today. If you want to have a perfect, healthy body tomorrow and in the near future, then you should exercise today. You should eat healthy food today. If you want to have more money in the future, then you should make more money today and save more money today in order to experience this in the future. Because worrying doesn't solve problems, but it's giving you ideas. So worrying is like a sign, it's like a pain. So let me summarize it for you. Clean your body, move your body, set goals, and plan every single day